it's me. So I'm gonna try doing this, whatever this is called, vlog thing. But it's probably gonna take a lot of days to actually get enough footage. Oh my god, I almost just sat on my laptop. God. So I almost just sat on my laptop, but hey, we are here now. Now, I get a lot of comments. So normally I'm sitting like this, but the camera's down below. And I've got my TV set up thingy here in the background. I get so many comments from people about my video game setup. So let's just do this real quick. I'm getting like a crazy glare, so we're gonna take the glasses off. I just can't see very well. Let's see if I can put a light on. Okay, I've got you sitting on some pillows, so you're a little bit tilted, and I've got my ring light just sort of on the ground. So this feels very like storytelling, like Halloween. I look very Halloween vibes, but whatever. Actually, I've decided instead of this being like a month-long vlog, we're just gonna talk about video games. I've not planned this, but I'm sitting here anyways, so let's just talk video games. If you're not interested in this topic, please come back next week. We'll be back to the regular scheduled programming, but today we're gonna talk video games. Let's start back in time. So I do have a Nintendo 64, everybody mentions it. Oh, the cord's not quite, see, it's down there. And Zelda is the game that's in the system right now because that's what I've been playing. I started playing N64 when I was about 7. That was my first system. So I played games like Zelda, obviously Ocarina of Time. I will not play Majora's Mask, so don't even go there. I hate that game. I think that game gave me anxiety. Like, it's just the worst game imaginable, so let's not talk about it. Ocarina of Time, Star Wars Pod Racers I was really good at. All the Mario games like Super Mario, Mario Kart, Paper Mario. Back when, remember Blockbuster? My dad used to rent me Nintendo games from Blockbuster, so we used to rent Paper Mario. I never actually owned it. I don't know if I ever finished it, but I had a Spider-Man game, Pokemon, 007 GoldenEye was hilarious. It's one of my favorite multiplayer games. Oh my god. Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros is my ultimate game. I swear to God, I could beat every single one of you. That was my game and I was so good at it. So yeah, N64, I usually play Ocarina of Time in the winter, like once a year, once every other year, just because it's like, Ocarina of Time is such a good game. Honestly, it is just fantastic. It's beautiful. The story, the plot, the characters, the music, everything is just so fantastic. This video is probably just gonna end up a video game video, so I'm sorry about that. But I could talk about Ocarina of Time for the rest of my life. It's my favorite game, hands down, awesome. Next up, I got a PlayStation 2, which is back in Canada, like one of the really fat PlayStation 2s. I started playing things like Final Fantasy. I had a ATV Off-Road Fury 2 I was really good at. Also things like Guitar Hero was really fun. Next up, I switched to Xbox 360. I don't know why I switched. I don't know, I seem to like the games more on Xbox. So I switched to that. We're talking things like Skyrim. Now, the first time I played Skyrim, I was in college, and it was the first game that I actually lost track of time. I started playing at like 8 o'clock in the morning and went right about to like 8 o'clock at night, but it only felt like an hour, and I had not moved. I was in bed, I was disgusting, I'd been there all day. Skyrim is just one of the best games I've ever played forever. I will just play it till the day I die. Just absolutely wonderful. So Skyrim for 360 I really liked. I tried Oblivion after the fact, which probably wasn't a good idea because, nothing will touch Skyrim, so it kind of felt like going back a step, but Oblivion was pretty fun. What else did we got? Shadow of Mordor was pretty fun. I didn't finish it. I don't know, okay. I'm not good at stealth games. I used to play Assassin's Creed, which I think was for the 360, and I would get so mad because you'd have to like sneak around and you'd get caught, and it would just, I just couldn't. So Shadow of Mordor really felt like an Assassin's Creed knockoff, like the same sort of vibe, and it was okay. It just, I don't know. I never finished it, so I guess that's a testament to how I felt about it. Next to Skyrim, I also loved Destiny, which is why we actually have 2 Xbox Ones, so my boyfriend and I could play Destiny together, because that's how lame we are. So the 360 is actually hidden away in a different cabinet because I've not been playing it, but Destiny was so much fun. It gets very repetitive, but the online options in it I thought was really fun. And when I was living in Canada, my boyfriend and I would play online because we weren't living in the same country yet, so I don't know, Destiny, super fun. And then also we got another version of Skyrim because we bought 2 copies. Now in the same vein as like sneaky stealth games, I also played Dishonored, which I really enjoyed, and I finished it, but I'm not good at stealth, so I basically end up just killing everybody because nobody can catch you if everybody's dead. So then obviously from the 360 we went to the Xbox One. So his is the blue one, which is actually pretty, it's nice looking, but it's big because it was like the first edition, and it came with the car game that I could never pronounce, and neither of us played it. He only bought it because it looked pretty, and it sounds like a car revving its engine when it's turned on. Wonderful! So his is the blue one. He's got a nice blue controller somewhere. Then a little while later I bought this white one only because it was on sale. I don't really care about the color. And this one is a Xbox One Slim. Obviously the size difference is quite obvious. So they hang out in there so we can play Xbox One games online together at the same time, because neither of us have a life, apparently. Now, right now I'm actually playing Bioshock. It's one of those series that I always wanted to play, but I never owned it. So I bought the collection where it comes with like Bioshock 1, 2, and the Infinity, I think that's what it's called. So I'm in Bioshock 1 right now, which is good. I didn't realize that it was like a scary kind of game. So I was playing it late at night, and these people basically jump out at you, and they're like on drugs, and they're all like scary and stuff. And I'm like, probably shouldn't play this right before I want to go to bed, because I'm gonna be thinking about these like beings like coming at me while I'm sleeping. But Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now I actually just went and saw the movie. Movie was fantastic, and it is very much like the video game, which I absolutely loved. If you remember the old Tomb Raider, like the really bad graphics, and no offense Lara Croft, but she had like pointy boobs, and it was like the weirdest sort of like sexualized game. I don't know, just Rise of the Tomb Raider was so good in the fact that it was like a female Indiana Jones, which I love. So definitely play Rise of the Tomb Raider. The graphics as well are just beautiful. Like, it's just so seamless. Like, you know when you play Final Fantasy and there's a cut screen, like a cut scene, and it's so beautiful. It's like watching a movie, and then it cuts back to the actual gameplay, and the graphics are drastically worse, obviously. With Rise of the Tomb Raider, I found that the cutscene would finish, and I would just be standing there, and I wouldn't realize, like, oh, it's actually, like, I need to move now because I'm back in the game. It was just so seamless. Let's just go ahead and turn that off. Okay, I didn't give this enough of a chance. Elder Scrolls Online, I had high hopes for, and I started playing it. I was like, not really feeling that too much. My boyfriend and I were supposed to play it together, but I started early, so I was like level 30 and he was like level 5, and we were in different worlds, so we couldn't do like the quests together. And I was like, well, I'll just wait till you level up high enough. And then he obviously got bored and never played it again, and thus I never played it again. So I think when I'm done Bioshock, I'm gonna come back to this Elder Scrolls Online and give it another shot. I think just because I loved Skyrim so damn much that this just, it wasn't at the same level, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't have any kids, and I don't have any debt, So I save a lot of money, and I also buy stuff that I probably don't need, because who else doesn't do that? So we have 2 copies of Fallout 4 because we both wanted to play it at the same time. So yeah, I played Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and loved them. And I knew my boyfriend was gonna like Fallout 4, so I bought him one, and he became immediately addicted. And then I was watching him play it, and I was like, man, I need to play that too. So hence the 2 copies, so we could play at the same time. But yeah, Fallout 4 is just a wonderful game. The only thing that kind of bugs me is the settlements. So you build up these settlements and these camps and stuff, which is really, really fun, but it is so time consuming and it's so addictive that you end up not really like focusing on the game, but more about building these settlements, which, I don't know. I just got so obsessed with my settlements. We've got Doom, which is not really my kind of game. I don't like horror games. Like, I hate when the things like run at you, like the demon things. I have anxiety, and games like this just make it so much worse. So I haven't played Doom yet. I might. We'll see. Another copy of Skyrim. This is the 3rd copy. The first, okay, so we've got 2 copies for Xbox 360. Then we also have the special edition Skyrim for Xbox One. Like I said, Tomb Raider, really, really fun. This is the kind of Tomb Raider that I always wanted, the kind of Lara Croft I always wanted, you know, and she's like self-sufficient and adventurous and cool, and there's like no love story. Like, who needs that? I will never play this game. I refuse to play this game. I will never play a sports game till the day that I die. Y'all can talk about how great FIFA is, but I think it's dumb. My opinion. Star Wars Battlefront. Haven't played this one yet either. I started them, like, we played a little bit of the multiplayer, which was fun, but I've not played the actual campaign, so we'll probably do that. I mean, it's in the queue. There is a long queue. It is in the queue. Also, like I said, Bioshock. I'm playing Bioshock 1 right now, and then there's 2, and then there's Bioshock Infinite. And it's fun. Obviously, Bioshock 1 is an older game, and you can kind of tell that it's an older game, but it's still fun. Next up, after the Xbox One, I bought my boyfriend a Nintendo Switch because I'm such a nice person, and also I wanted to play it myself. I am actually so impressed with the Nintendo Switch. I never got into like the Wii stuff, you know, where you're like moving, like that's too much movement. I already go to the gym. When I play video games, it's because I want to sit and not move. So I've not really done any Nintendo-y kind of stuff since the Nintendo 64, so the Nintendo Switch was a leap of faith. Oh, I never turned it off. Whoopsies. Really impressed with the graphics on the screen. Really impressed with how easy it is to set it up to the TV and use the little hands thingies separate, like on the couch. Just really impressed with it so far. So in terms of games, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I was nervous about this because Ocarina of Time is my all-time favorite game, you know, and there's like, that's a big shoes to fill, basically. I've not finished it yet because I'm trying to drag it out, and there's actually so much stuff that you can do. You could really drag this game out, but it's beautiful, it's fun, it's easy to get the hang of, it's easy to understand what's happening. It's just a fun game, and I really, really enjoy it. Next up, Doom. Again, I can't play these games. They run at you, and there's like hordes of monsters and stuff. This gives me anxiety. No thank you. Super Mario Odyssey, we played a little bit of like the multiplayer because that's why I bought it, because it's like we could play together and stuff. But I mean, didn't realize how much of a kid's game it is. I mean, I should have known. I should have known. But it's still fun. And Skyrim. This will be the 4th copy of Skyrim that we own, and I have no real justification for that. It's just the way it is. We're going away on holiday soon, so I'm gonna hopefully bring this. And I played it on the plane coming from Canada to England at Christmas time, and it is so nice. You know, okay. In between all the video games, I also used to have a Game Boy Advance. Do you guys remember those? So I had a Zelda game. I think it was Link to the Past. But I had a Yoshi game that I absolutely love. Yoshi's Island, I think. Anyways, Game Boy Advance I used to take on holiday all the time, car trips, whatever. So this feels very much like an ode to the Game Boy and everything, but just like incredible graphics. So all in all, I'll play pretty much any system, play pretty much any game except like really hardcore horror because my anxiety cannot handle it. But yeah, if you guys have a favorite game that you think I should try, please leave a comment below. I'll add it to the queue. Who knows when I'll actually get to it, but it's in the queue and that's all that matters. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is a random one-off video. I'm not always gonna talk about this stuff, but I just seem to get a lot of comments, so I thought, let's sit down and have a chat in this very dark living room. I have the lights on full, by the way. The lights are on full, but obviously it does not matter. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of games. I've played a lot of games over the years. I've been playing since I was 7, basically. There's like a fluff in front of my face. So yeah, I've been playing since I was 7. I've played a lot of different games. I also play computer games, but let's not even get into that because this video is probably already way too long. I'm sorry. So if you take anything away from this video, it's probably the fact that I own way too many copies of Skyrim. Nobody needs 4 copies. Like I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!